Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Quick look here again at ICP, seeing what's going on. We're going to double check a few things. Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations to my community members. Take a look at this here. Solana 117%. There we go. 4 days ago, 52% from ICP. We hit 3 of our 5 targets here so far. Awesome stuff. We got a short with SEI open as well, and a previous Kava trade too that came through there. But really great day for profit. Thanks again for the wonderful feedback, and you're definitely welcome. I'm glad that it worked out well for you. Thanks for being patient too to my community as well. I mean, we've all learned a lot of patience over the last few months or years, depending on how long you've been with me. And I deeply appreciate just the maturity and how awesome everyone is coming together in our community. I mean, we got everybody working side by side, just making sure it's the best experience possible. So I appreciate it. Thank you again for just making my life a better place, and also yours too. So let's take a quick look here at ICP, double check a few key factors. Daily time frame, we want to double check with this main thing here. We talked about 0.236 being an important level. We're going to see if we can close above that here today. But generally speaking, if we take a look at some of the moving averages and kind of piece everything together, we're above all moving averages, stochastic swinging up, MACD converging. We're not even through 70 on the RSI yet, which is good and bad, depending on how you look at it. That could be a resistance level, but closing above that could be awesome if we do. I mean, right now, ICP is looking like a very strong coin today. Really, there's no other way around it. It's doing very well, and I'm super happy that it's performing nicely, because again, we kind of got really squeezed out here with this Bollinger Band. Like we kind of compressed, and the price action was ready to explode in either direction. I'm glad it took off. It makes sense though, because we had this point of control about $13 I mentioned previously, holding as a strong support level. So let's see if the 4-hour time frame tells us something different. We wicked all the way down to our 20-day SMA at about 1378. That was a weird one, but that's only because Bitcoin this morning had pulled back to like 62K on Binance, if I'm not mistaken. This is the same exchange, so that did happen that way. And if we take a look here, MACD is starting to diverge, so letting us know we have that shift in momentum, but that's not a bearish sign yet, just telling us that we're not fully bullish, which is normal when you have this kind of correction. Okay. Stochastic RSI swinging down too. We lost 70 on the RSI. Once again, these are not bearish signs, they're just not bullish, right? Basically just hitting the old reset button here, letting us know. But look at how strong ICP is holding here at this point. If we compare that with like Solana, for example, or Bitcoin, we see massive corrections, lower lows and lower highs, whereas ICP holding pretty strong. I know that is technically a lower low if you zoom in, but generally speaking, it's recovered significantly better than most other coins right now. So I think it's got some legs, if you will, and we're looking pretty good here. Hourly moving average is still in pretty good shape, still over 50 on the RSI. MACD is diverging, but once more, that's pretty standard for this kind of correction. So even though this is a pretty solid, a pretty significant correction, we want to recognize kind of where we're at here in the overall sense. We still haven't confirmed that we're bearish at all, because we're lagging span is free and clear of the price action. Conversion line is still above the baseline, showing we still have enough momentum for this to possibly continue, and we're over the cloud. So in truth, we're probably better off waiting to take a long position. That's my personal opinion. But once more, could miss out on the opportunity if it were to recover. But me personally, I feel like it's probably best just to wait for the market to correct itself a little bit more than to take any longs right now. I think it's a little premature to take longs, even though everything's red and you should be buying red candles for the most part. You've got to be kind of careful. Once again, Bitcoin keeps pushing. We're going to see if this continues to hold or not, but I think it's a little premature to jump right into a trade. But the truth is, ICP is looking stronger than most coins right now. So me personally, I think that you're going to have better statistical probabilities going up and down. But once more, we don't have full confirmation of wanting to take a long position. Just because these contributing factors are here, everything else is looking like it's losing its momentum, and that to me is difficult. Again, so let's just take a quick look at some candlestick closures here from before really quick, just to kind of get perspective on things. So just to clarify, we saw this 0.382, this 1450 mark from before. Let's clean up the charts here a little bit. And just note here, we got a few important levels to pay attention to. So right there, I think a closure above 1461 today would be important, mainly because it was a recent high. It is the highest the price action has ever closed on the daily, and we can kind of confirm. Again, this excludes previous data, right? Not that we should be excluding that. We can look at larger time frames, but generally speaking, here on the daily, the most recent high is a relevant low for moving forward, right? So again, I think that 0.382 fib level, 1460 or higher today would be an appropriate closure. Obviously, we zoom out, we can see this coin started off. It has a terrible ICO date, by the way. Back in May of 21, that was one of the worst months for Bitcoin. So either way you look at it here, we do take a look at some previous week closes. We can go ahead and draw this out and just kind of summarize that there's this level here at about $15.61. Also important to recognize because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in a row. Well, not in a row, sorry. 5 weeks within a within a 2-month period, essentially where the price action couldn't pass that. So once more, that's leveled it out right there at 0.236. So we've got this interesting range. We got a resistance-ish at about 1550 and a support-ish at 1460. So again, closing above 1460, we might essentially become range-bound in that range, but obviously a true bullish continuation would close about 1550 or higher. So I think it's a little premature to take a long, but I do think that you're probably, again, a little bit more statistically, you're more likely to have success going up than down at this point, even though the market is kind of red for the most part. So that's kind of the general consensus. I hope that made sense and I clarified that correctly. Also keep in mind too, ICP is recently adding, or Bitunix is adding ICP to their exchange here shortly. Make sure you check this out. We have a trading competition starting tomorrow. You do have to enroll and use my link down below to do that, but generally speaking, it's a phenomenal opportunity. They have no KYC or VPN required, so if you're in the US, Canada, etc., best exchange for your money there. They're awesome regardless of the KYC or VPN lack of requirements, but they're exceptionally better because we can actually use them in restricted countries, quote unquote. Thanks again so much for watching, folks. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.